Hey, been away for a while. I'm sorry, I've been really busy. Opened up a new studio in Tampa Palms. And so I've been staying real busy with that, but I want to say thanks for the compliments and also want to give you something good that you can chew on for a while. Scale, for example, the one I'll do in A right now. If that pentatonic minor in A, if you think about what is A the relative minor of, it's the relative minor of C. So a pentatonic minor scale in A is also the same as a pentatonic major scale in C. You guys might want to think about F sharp minor. But I'm ending on A. So I'm playing it ending on an A chord, but it looks like I'm playing. It's the same thing. If F sharp minor and A major are the same key, which they are, that means the scale patterns will be the same. But remember, the root is still A. So if I'm playing an A, and let me go ahead and just show you that pattern while we're at it here. I'm starting on the open A, all right, and then I'm playing B, C is our passing tone, C sharp, all right, and then I'm going to the E on the second fret of the fourth string, F sharp. Moving down, A, I've just started the repeat here, B, C, C sharp, and then what I've been doing is playing the A on the fifth fret of the first string, getting that interval, that inverted major third, so I was playing this kind of pattern. I get some sliding right there. Another very cool sounding riff that I ripped off from Albert Lee is a little pedally, steely kind of sounding thing, where you're holding the, basically the same thing you would be holding if you're playing an A major bar chord, is the E on the 7th fret of your 5th string and the A on the 7th fret of your 4th string, and then I'm putting my index finger on the note B on the 4th fret of the 3rd string and pulling that up to a C sharp. It's the inverse of this, which a lot of country players play that. When I say inverse, I'm just playing these same two notes, the E and the A, over here instead of here, and I'm bending the same note B up a whole step to make a major chord when it's bent. You see, I'm trying to give you a lot of stuff to work on because it may be a while before I'm able to make another video. So, we're using our A major blues pattern. It's also good to learn that in a fretted position, which I will show you that right now, as a matter of fact. Okay, let's do it in a fretted position because you want to be able to move these to other keys as well, not just have to rely on an open string. So I'm going to play the A here. Now look. Let's break down what this is based on. First, this is an A major pentatonic pattern. I'm going to start right here and go A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp. That's all 5 notes. These are going to repeat when I get to the octave of A, which is right here on the 7th fret of the 4th string. And then now I'm here on the octave, the 3rd octave here, starting on A on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. Then I can reach up here to the 17th fret for the octave, the highest octave of A. Altogether, that looks like this. Okay? Now what we're going to do is, instead of sliding from the B to the C sharp, we're going to play the C natural in between. Okay? That gives us a blues major pattern. Okay? Very cool sounding and happy, bluegrassy kind of sounding scale. Now, when you're playing over certain rhythms, you can use both the major pattern that I was just doing and also a minor blues pattern and kind of combine those two. So I've started on that. Okay, so let's look at both of those scale patterns again real quick. The major pentatonic scale in A which you can work on a variety of different ways to get from the B to the C sharp. You can play the C natural in between. By the way, keep in mind, here's something that I really got to stress. It's not a whole lot of memorization all the way up the neck if you know where your notes are. Now, first of all, even if you just know where the A is, okay, where each A is, A on the first fret, on the 5th fret of the 6th string, the octave of that on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and the octave of that on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. That's your starting note, and you're going to do the exact same thing starting on each A. So your fingers are going to do the same thing. And then I'm going to reach up here and play that last one. Alright, the other thing is sliding. It's very common to slide from that B to the C sharp and back. That you should be able to play in 3 octaves. In this situation. So work on it in 1 octave, 2 octaves, 3 octaves. Okay? That's major. Let's do the minor pattern now. The minor pattern, hopefully you've memorized that major pattern. The minor pattern also obviously starts on A because we're still in A, but this scale has A. I'm going to play the C on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And then D on the 5th fret, sliding to the E and G. Okay, so we have A, C, D, E, G, and that repeats, starting on the A on the 7th fret. Our octaves are always going to be in the same spot, but the shape is different. Let's get the phone. Unknown name, unknown number. We don't answer those. Okay, so where were we? We were playing C minor pentatonic. A, C, D, E, G. Repeat starting on the A on the 7th fret of the 4th string. A, C, D, E, G. Remember, you got to reach up an extra fret for the high strings, okay? Because of the way they're tuned. And starting on A again, G, and then A on the 17th fret. One thing that I like to do, this is a very common blues and rock lick, is to play in this minor pentatonic. And add the C to the C sharp in there. So let's do a little pattern that includes that. In 1 octave, I'm going to play A, C, pick the D and slide to E, to the G. Then I'm going to pick the E, slide down to the D, and then C, C sharp hammer on, and then root to end it. And I can even end with a major 3rd interval right there. The A and the C sharp played together. So that sounds like this. In the octave. There's many applications you can do this by approaching your licks in 3 octaves like that, whether they be a major lick or a minor lick or a combination of both. You should be able to play them in 3 octaves. And here's a pretty easy one. This is using the minor pentatonic. I'm going to change my sound a little bit, a little more of a rock sound here. Turn off some of these effects. Okay. I think maybe my batteries are dying here. Okay. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play in A minor pentatonic, and we're going to do that same C to the C sharp at the end. So first, I'm starting actually on G. We're in the key of A, minor pentatonic. I want to do that, be able to play that in 3 octaves. That's the same thing. Back to the major, right? All right. Have fun with that. If you have any questions, send me a note. Hola.